guys, it's Nikki and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today's video where we are going to chat about the 3 most popular, in my opinion, are our favorite entertainment offerings at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So Disney Hollywood Studios is a mix of all different types of IPs that Disney owns, and some people might say it doesn't really have an identity because there's so many within the park. You could be shrinked up as a toy in Toy Story Land, but then also in a galaxy far, far away in Galaxy's Edge. So, and then you can like go into Old Hollywood kind of. And then you can also go on Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster. There's just so much to do at Disney's Hollywood Studios. In this video, we're going to chat about the 3 most popular entertainment offerings that Disney's Hollywood Studios offers. So I always recommend having at least one show in your must-dos for the day because one, normally these are inside or in a shaded area, and that is going to be loads of fun in the summer months when you can just take a moment, sit down, watch a show in an air conditioned area. And also, Disney's entertainment is second to none, and these cast members are absolutely amazing. So give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss a magical moment here at home or at the theme parks. Let's get started. Three main entertainment offerings at Disney Hollywood Studios that we're going to be chatting about today are Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, Beauty and the Beast live on stage, and for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration. Before we dive into these shows, there are about 3 things that are very similar throughout all of them. Number 1, they are for all ages. Anyone can go and watch these shows. I will preface, Indiana Jones is a little bit more high intense than the other 2, but definitely is for all ages, and anyone can watch these shows and these entertainment offerings. Number 2, the shows are offered throughout the day. I'm not going to chat about times that the shows are offered because those can ever change, but always check your My Disney Experience app because that is where you are going to find your show times for that individual day that you are visiting. Normally they're about every hour, every half hour or so. So just make sure that you're taking a look on your My Disney Experience app to find those show times. Number 3, these shows do offer or are offered for Genie Plus. However, for 2 of them, I would not use Genie Plus for. We'll dive into that as we get into each individual show, but just know that if one of these is an absolute must-do, which it is for us, then you might want to use Genie Plus Lightning Lane for that. Or it could be a filler ride when you're waiting for a Genie Plus ride time to come up for you. So we're going to dive into those more details. The first show that we are going to chat about is Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. So this definitely would be the 3rd show on my list. Studios is always a must-do park for us when we visit. And for some reason, Indiana Jones has become a must-do as well, which is fine. And normally we just use it as a filler show, to be completely honest. We will never get Genie Plus for this ride or for this show. We will never get Genie Plus for this show. If we're waiting for a Genie Plus time to come up, then we normally will just look at the show times, be like, oh, let's walk over to Indiana Jones, and then we can go watch that show while we're waiting for our Genie Plus time to pop up. I honestly think that's the best use of Genie Plus for getting your money's worth and making sure you can get those big rides done with those longer waits. Sometimes the shows, depending on, and this goes for all the shows, depending on the crowd levels, they could be full at that time, and if they're full, then we say okay, and we go and find something else to do. But Indiana Jones show as a whole is very action-packed. So if you've ever seen the Indiana Jones show or movies, it is similar to that, where you have 3 different scenes that they go through, and they more so do it as like you're part of the filming. And it's really funny because the cameras and stuff that they still use in the show are very old. Like, it is very much a throwback show when it comes to the technology that they're using throughout the show. However, the stunts that these cast members do and just the overall experience of the show is pretty cool. I feel like I've been to it more than I would want so far this year and the end of last year, but again, it is a nice filler when we need something to do. If you need to go and sit down, they do offer standing room, so just know that if you're running late, still try and go and see if there's room available. But keep in mind that this show is very action-packed. So if you do have littles, they're more than welcome to come. Some of the parts might just be a little scary for them because there's big explosions and there's fire. It's cool. It's very cool. But if you have smaller kids that might be a little bit more sensitive, just keep that in mind going into Indiana Jones. What we're going to chat about is Beauty and the Beast live on stage. And I do have a confession. I had not gone to this show for years. We always would just skip it and we're like, we don't need to go to that. But my mom and dad and I needed a filler. I think it was before Tower of Terror or something, or after Tower of Terror, I don't remember. But we walked up at the end of last year and we watched it, and oh my gosh, it was so dang cute. I love Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is great. Not my favorite princess, but I still really do love Beauty and the Beast. Fact and random fact, I love Beauty and the Beast live action more than the animation, and normally that isn't the case, but I just love the Beauty and the Beast live action. And so watching this show, the cast members again are amazing. They are so talented, the singing and the dancing. And this show is just freaking adorable. Oh my goodness. They have the teacups and all of the other members of the castle. And they have Cogsworth and then Lumiere. And it's just literally the most adorable thing ever. And so this is definitely a highly recommend. The only negative of the Beauty and the Beast live on stage show is that it's not in air conditioning. It is under a shaded area, so it is a lot more cool, but if you're wanting an air conditioning option, this isn't going to be the one for you. Definitely recommend adding Beauty and the Beast to your must-dos for your vacation, but just keep that back in mind. If it's very hot, it still might be hot back in the stage area. You can always go back there, and if it's too hot, you can leave. But this is another one that I do not recommend grabbing Genie Plus for, because it is a very large stage or auditorium area. Normally isn't full every single show. Again, it could be depending on the crowd level, but just keep an eye on it. You can always walk up there, and there's normally a cast member right at the entrance that will let you know if it's full or not, so then you don't have to walk. It's like kind of a little bit of a walk to get back to the stage area, but normally there'll be a cast member in front to let you know that that show was full for the day, and then you can come back for the next viewing. Next, in our favorite show at Hollywood Studios is, for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration. It's really hard for me to pick between Frozen sing-along and Festival of the Lion King as my absolute favorite show in Walt Disney World. I just did a comparison of shows at Animal Kingdom, and I'll leave that in the description down below for you as well, or it should populate for you at the end of this video too. But Festival of the Lion King, when I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best show ever. And then we go to Hollywood Studios and we do the Frozen sing-along, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is the best show ever. The one thing that might just put Frozen sing-along over Festival of the Lion King for me personally is that it's different almost every single time. The songs are the same, sing-along is the same, but what makes the first time in forever or Frozen sing-along celebration so unique are the cast members that are the entertainment for this show. They are the Arendelle historians, and they are normally different every single time. Sometimes we'll get the same person, but their jokes are new. They are current to pop culture events, and it is just so relatable for adults. Like, they're throwing out jokes that like kids will not understand. The kids are there for Anna and Elsa and Kristoff and Olaf during Christmas, which is really cool. They have like a Christmas overlay, and like this sing-along Frozen songs. As a Disney adult, I am also there for the Frozen sing-along songs, but the jokes that the historians pull out, I would love to like talk to one of them one day and be like, okay, do you plan some of those out, or is it just like off the cuff? I feel like some of them are planned out, some of them are just off the cuff, which just makes it so much better because it is just so natural and it is hilarious. One time that I will never forget, they talked about, you know, that whole thing with the celebrity kids and getting into college, and they're like on their rowing team, they didn't even have a rowing team. Like, they made a joke about that. They always make a like comment about like moms in the theme park with their fanny packs. I'm like, I'm not a mom yet, but I also am an aunt and I have a fanny pack, and it's just hilarious. Oh my goodness, it is so entertaining, truly, for every single person in your party, and you always will come out of there laughing, almost crying laughing, and the joy that those people bring to that show is what truly make it amazing. Frozen sing-along, must do, absolutely. We would use Genie Plus for this. Normally we don't have to because we just plan it out. This show does fill up almost every single show, so keep that in mind. If you do have a time, let's say you want to go to the 11 o'clock show and you can get in line at 10:30, I would recommend doing that. So is the queue is in a covered area, so you're not standing out in like the blazing hot sun. Also, the show is air conditioned and it might get a little frozen. That's a clue. At the end of the show, which is really fun and cool. Just make sure you keep your mouth closed. And just, again, the overall experience at the Frozen show, it is the best. And I truly just love this show. I look forward to going to it every single time. Some people don't go to this show, and I don't understand why. I want to know, like, well, have you ever been? Because it's freaking hilarious. And I love singing. I love sing-alongs because I'm always the one that's singing when we listen to music in the car. And it's just so fun because it's Frozen and you're at Disney. And what's more joyful than that? Also, quick note, you can't bring food or drinks into the auditorium as well, so just keep that in mind. You can bring them in line with you. They just ask you to throw those away before you enter. But Frozen sing-along, must do on your next trip to Hollywood Studios. Do not pass it up. Do not pass go without going to that show. Alright, you guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope this is helpful for you when you're trying to decide which shows to visit during your vacation at Disney World or just visiting Hollywood Studios maybe. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. Happy to chat further with you. But I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel because I never want you to miss a magical moment here at home or at the theme parks. I really love doing these types of videos just so it's helpful for you when you're going to Walt Disney World. Disney World vacations are not cheap, and anything that I can do to help you just make those memories and have more magical moments is always my end goal. So I will see you real soon. Bye.